Hi you guys, and welcome back to my channel. I don't normally do these videos where I'm talking face to face, so I'm feeling a little awkward about that. But I really wanted to shoot this video where I showed you some of my Instagram hacks, and one in particular which I found has made organizing trips so much easier. I'm going to turn my phone on silent now because it keeps going off. I really wanted to show you guys this tip that I picked up along the way that I think is brilliant for organizing trips, and that is utilizing the Instagram collections feature. So for those of you who don't know what the Instagram collections feature is, it was released I think in April of this year, so 2017, but I already feel like I've been using it for months. I just think it's such a brilliant feature. It's a really great way to kind of organize your thoughts, to plan trips better, and there's lots of other utilizations for it as well, but I'll go through those in a little bit. So if you're not familiar, I want to show you how to use collections now. What you can do is you can go into Discover. So say you're going through Discover and you see an image that you really like. You have two options here. What you can do is click this button here and it will save it. And that will save it to your main collections folder. So that's essentially every photo that you've saved is saved in this one big long stream, so you're able to see it all in one place. Or what you can do is you can hold it and save to a particular collection. So when I scroll across, you can see that I have a ton of collections, and that's because I'm just in love with this feature, basically. So I'm going to show you a couple of ways that I find photos to save firstly before I go into the collections feature a little bit more. So one thing I love doing is just simply going into the search tab on Instagram and scrolling through and seeing what people are doing, where they're going. So I find that really useful for finding lots of fun and interesting places. But another thing that I do all the time is I search tags and I search places. So recently you can see that I was searching Singapore. So when I go into Singapore, I can see the top posts, but I can also see some of the interesting places that people have been when I keep scrolling. And it's a great way for me to find like cool places to go, places to eat, people to see, and it's just a great way to discover things. And another one is obviously looking at the tags. Sometimes I might see a photo of a place, so say this place here, and I think, oh okay, that's kind of cool, but I'll go into the location to see more photos of it. And sometimes you'll find even better images of the place or different things that people haven't photographed, so it's a good way of getting the fuller picture, I suppose. So I always go into the location. I think that's a really, really good way of, this place looks amazing actually. Ooh, sorry, I'm distracted. Let's dive into my collections a little bit to show you guys. So you can see when you go into all, you can see literally every photo that I have added to my collections. And there's a lot. We could be here scrolling for a while. I'm still scrolling. Oh, we've reached the bottom. Yay. So you can see everything that I've saved. And that's just like an entire feed of absolutely everything. But when you get into the collections, that's when things get interesting, in my opinion. So I have 45. 45, really? Wow, okay. I have 45 collections. I really thought it was in the 30s, but obviously I've kicked it up a notch in the last couple of months. Yeah, okay, that's a lot, even for me. Now I will say that not everything I have in here is travel related, and that was a point I wanted to touch on. It definitely started off as being, you know, place to travel, where to go, good ideas for holidays, that kind of thing. But since then I've realized that there are a million more uses for the collections tab. If you were somebody who loves cooking, you could use it for recipes, for starters, main courses, desserts, Christmas dinner, Thanksgiving dinner, Easter food, birthday cakes, whatever. I use it for vlog inspo as well. So obviously I haven't traveled in a little while. I'm getting back to it though, mark my words. But I love making my travel videos, and I find a lot of stuff on Instagram that is just amazing, and I'm like, oh my god, I want to do something like that. Or it makes me think about things a little bit differently, or different ways to edit. I have to show you. So like, this was amazing. Why is my hand so shaky? Gave me inspiration for all my travel videos and stuff, so I was like, okay, I need a vlog folder. So I have a vlog folder. I also have a folder. I have a folder for everything, as you can tell. I have a food and drink folder. I have a folder for hair and beauty. I am also starting a folder called Happy, and it's images that I need to look at when I'm having a bad day. I highly recommend having a happy folder. I also have in the region of 40 folders related to travel. So I'll show you one, for example. Okay, Australia. So I have friends that live in Australia. I am dying to go and see them, and so obviously this is quite high on my list. So I've saved a couple of places in my Australia folder, but you can also see down the bottom here now it says save more like this, or see more like this. This is a new feature. This is only in the last couple of weeks, I'd say. So when I click see more like this, it goes into similar to Australia. Now, not all of it is relevant. I'd say they're still honing in this particular feature, but some of it is, and some of it I'm like, oh, that's a place I want to go. But I mean, then you also do get this is apparently similar to Australia. Is there an Eiffel Tower in Australia? I don't know. A couple of things to note. The first photo that you save to that folder will be the cover photo for that folder. Are you following? So, for example, let's go back to Australia. The very first photo I saved to the Australia folder was this one. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And that is the cover image for that folder. So that's to keep in mind if you're somebody who's a little bit ridiculous about the aesthetic. Your first one is going to be your folder cover. Okay, I want to show you how to actually create a folder. I keep calling them folders. To me, they're folders or a collection on Instagram. So say you see a photo you like. So I'm going to go into someone whose makeup I know I love this. So what I'm going to do is hold, so there's none there, so what I do is select the plus, make, click done, and there's your new collection. And if you want to see it straight away, you go into your collections, and there it is. And you're done. You've got your new folder, and you're good to go. You can save to more than one folder or collection. So if I click this image here and I scroll across, I can see it's grayed out because it's already saved in this folder, and then it's grayed out because it's already saved in this folder. So you can save it in multiple places if it fits into multiple things. Hopefully you found this Instagram video helpful. If you did, please subscribe below and like and leave a comment if you have been using collections, and tell me what you use them for. Always looking for more uses for them. And yeah, hope you guys have a great day. Bye. Oh, I need a coffee so much. Although some people, to be fair, do tag like 50 different countries when they're in, you know, London, and they're like Dubai, Paris. That's confusing. Don't do that. That didn't make sense, that sentence, did it?